there, viewers. Sun Service here, back with the Spanish campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And I moved on to 1927. We were in the middle of 1926 at the end of the last episode, where China and the Netherlands are at war, and the Netherlands is failing miserably to navally invade China. Our situation in the Pacific is okay, I guess. What we currently have building are 2 modern battleships. If I pull up, we're building the Palaio class right now, and we're now in 1926. So I'm going to pull out the Bizarros for their first refit in 13 years. 13 in-game years. And boy, are they going to get a rebuild of massive proportions. So first off, there is a slightly better tower available, I guess, on both sides of things, but I'll get this stuff done and then sort out towers. So, good steam turbines, balanced boilers, electrical batteries, 2 newer, improved electro-hydro steering, better prop shafts, anti-torque free. I think we can keep you on anti-torque free for now. Let's reinforce your bulkheads, doors, and stuff like that. Gordite free. Enhanced is still the best we have for now. Your coincidence tech has gone up a load of levels. Now 14-inch guns don't get updated, but the 4-inch guns do get updated to newer types. The 4-inch 33 guns. While that would be hilarious to have on Bizarro, she's a little too slow to be made a torpedo craft. Speaking of slow, you're still going to be slow, but you're about the speed of a Queen Elizabeth post. Hold on a second. Let me double check my statement. Queen Elizabeth class battleships. So the Queen Elizabeth can go 24 as built. As refit though, that is a completely different thing. Queen Elizabeth it only says general characteristics as built there. Okay, we're going off Warspite speed. Warspite speed after rebuild was 23 knots, so we're faster than Warspite. I want to see if I can get a... No, standard is literally the biggest I can go with, so... keeping you there, forward gun, but Okay, so... Yep, the Bizarros... In the case of being, yeah, a refitted World War One era, roughly, Dreadnought for 1920s, she's decent. She's decent. She does about the speed of a as-built Queen Elizabeth class now. She's got 3 triple 14-inch guns instead of 4 twin 15s. I think the armour is a little better. Don't quote me on that, but... So then, once those guys are done, it'll be the Hispania 2 going in for rebuild. As yeah, San Nicolas went in for hers recently. Plus 51,000. Yep, we still have room. That's good. Yeah, just put it like that. I think I could do another 6-month build program. I can, and our funds ain't bad. That's a strange case in this game. Right. Ally with the United States. Okay. No better ally than your old enemy. Oh, hey, the Almirante Avocado is still giving us good service there, Americans. Yeah, the Almirante Avocado is what we took off the Americans when they decided that war with us was a good idea. It wasn't a good idea. They lost a lot of ships because of it. Okay. Of course, he hates the Alliance. Alright, what's next there? Modern battle cruisers. I guess that means we could get a new battle cruiser on the way shortly. Let's also get bigger guns sorted out as well. Oh, One thing I am going to do, is I'm going to build a few heavy cruisers that are specifically going to the Pacific. Because the Pacific's like a large ocean, I'm thinking that that might be the best place to send essentially merchant raider-esque ships, a la Grash Bay. And for this, I call upon the experimental cruiser hull that we used previously on it doesn't have the space for it. Never mind. Okay, to the stand I call the compact heavy cruiser. Essentially what I'm going to be building here is my own Panzerschiff. My own little Panzerschiff that is then going to spread out terror and fear amongst our foes. Because these are like Panzerschiffs as well, we're not going to be exactly keeping them up to proper naval spec with the settings here. These things are going to be... They're essentially supposed to be fast ships, outrun anything they can't kill anything they can't outrun. And as such, I think a 33 knot top speed is in order for then our ability to run away from targets is enough to, well, yeah, run away from them. Then a set of triple torps. No, torps ain't gonna fit. So these things are, yeah, small little Panzerschiffs that aren't expected to fight much. Aren't expected to fight much, but if push comes to shove, they will fight. And these things use newly updated 11-inch guns. Anti-torp 3 should be enough. Double bottom. We're actually somewhat doing this on less size than the IRL Deutschlands had. . And honestly, I'm quite liking this small little merchant raider layout here. With a 31,000 kilometer range as well, these things are very, very much going to be but again though, them being like this comes at a price though. That price is the fact that their protection is lackluster. To put it lightly. Slightly different barbette there. We're 20% overweight. This is bad. 32 knots. 32 knots in 10-inch guns gives the auxiliary is going to be a diesel equipped engine because I honestly don't have hope that the an electronic auxiliary system would survive being on such long range ships. Then we get like one singular larger funnel instead then. Would that be enough to bring back our 11-inch guns? Same 6.62 layout. Different barbette to fire over the top there. Press that a little more in. So yeah, these are now up Panzer sheaths. Panzer sheaths meant to go after transports, but not anything else. And I'll be laying down 4 of these ships. but their constructions won't begin for another couple turns. And you guys are going to be built out of you guys are going to be based out of Pengu when when you are eventually completed. But yeah, I essentially have a plan that these things are going to be useful in the next Pacific base fighting, because if nothing else, their tonnage is going to be helpful to have in the Pacific in the first place. But again, as well, I could just send them into areas. They could go and start sinking transports, and everything could be hunky-dory. Just do that. So, what is the policy screen like for us? America hate the Netherlands. They hate the Netherlands. We are on the hate train against the Netherlands. So, war with the Netherlands for us would look like Java, Dutch New Guinea, stuff like that. The fleet's all in Yokosuka here. I'm going to have you guys take up store off Batavia. Among those ships included would be the Batavia. Almirante Avocado will also make its way down there. And I am going to begin my hate train against the Dutchmen. Stel 17 has spent too long in this campaign. And so the Dutchmen must go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Ban. Bot. Just thinking. Don't the people who like make bots and stuff actually see the amount of times that and how quickly stuff gets banned here? Okay, all of them can go into construction and be absolutely fine. Okay. Modern battle cruisers, they still don't. They still have laughed out our insults as nothing. Increase the tension. Yes, I said increase the tension on that line. Right, better 14-inch in 3 turns. Why didn't I wait for Bazaar? Maybe because Bizarro was on the top of the list of needing rebuilds. So then we could get the better 15 soon, and then we can move on to rebuilding the 15-inch stuff then, I guess. I'm thinking maybe when the new battleships come out, I've already forgotten their names. Palios. There we go. When the Palios come out, I'm gonna probably do a new battle cruiser using 14-inch guns. Sort of like our battle cruiser design in the modern era is gonna be just continual 14-inch guns from this point onwards, and the only real difference is going to be the number of them, or at least that's the plan. The plan may change, it may not. Don't quote me on plans yet. We need time to think. Oh, the Dutchmen had a problem with us. Good. Good, we've had enough of you. We want you gone. Okay. Right, okay. Sonar Station 1. No! They strengthened relations. The idiots. Okay, how long to Palaio? 11 to... yeah. Palaio and the heavy cruisers are going to come out at the same time. That's most probably the way it's going to go. How much tonnage space do we have left? 187. Hold on a second. Let me pull out a calculator. So our figure is 187,717, 87. I'm just gonna say, yeah, actually the 717, 187,717. Take 159,909. 159,909. Correct? Yep, correct. So we have 27,500 tons to work with, tonnage-wise. Can I build an experimental small battle cruiser in that tonnage? Find out shortly on Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts with Silent Service 77. Only on the Silent Service 77 Twitch and YouTube channels. Right, so you got Large Cruiser 1, Large Cruiser 2, which is too big, Modern Battle Cruiser 1, which is also too big. Ah, so this one can only go up to 12-inch guns. So it actually isn't going to be that useful to me. Large Cruiser 2 is too big, like I said, but hell, we could at least use the guns that I want to use on this ship. On the ship, so... But we're going to have to wait, because it's too big. That's what she said. Or he. Yeah. We just can't do it. Yet. With our tonnage. With the way our turn is just set, we can't do it. But what we can do is provoke the Dutch more. Provoke the Dutch more. Sepultura's got refit before the war. So thinking the Sepulturas might be good to refit with the new 14-inch, but I'm gonna wait till the new 15s before I do more refits, which might actually mean that we'll have time to actually finish off those heavy cruisers and the Palios. Okay. No, we're not giving you money. Relations with the Netherlands has gone down. The Netherlands has failed again to take a province. They paid off the Americans. Or the Americans paid them off, one or two, but the Americans aren't going to war with them anytime soon. Okay, 3 more turns. And then we have completed ships. This loading screen's taking forever. Okay. Right. So 2 turns for the better 15-inch guns, which are last year attacking game time. Damn it. That means I'm behind on my big guns. Right. Yeah, I'm behind on small guns as well, apparently, because China's just gotten Mark 4.8s. Naval budget, yes. Netherlands, screw you. Cruiser design, 13 turns for more heavy cruiser stuff. Okay. A turn for 3,500 ton destroyers, which I'm probably not going to use 3,500 ton destroyers. Now, one thing I do want to do is I want to bring the Espana in for rebuild, because Espana is going to need a lot of upgrades, especially now with the new 15-inch guns coming into play, finally coming into play, that is. That I kind of need them to need it to go in for rebuild. Especially as Espana is one of our more powerful warships. Wait, isn't the Espana in the Pacific right now? Yeah, she's in the Pacific. She's currently at sea, so Espana. No. Espana, you are to head over to that port. And we are going to give you a complete overhaul once you arrive in that port. But the overhaul is going to be designed now. Balanced geared steam turbines. Auxiliary 4. Electrohydrate 2. Shaft 3. Croup 3. Anti-torp 3, I guess, is still fine. Nah, we'll anti-torp 4. She is, after all, a highly important capital ship. Her torpedoes are being removed because I don't see the need of torpedoes anymore on a slow battleship. So yeah, we got new 4-inch, we got the new 15s. Got new everything on her. Can I bring you up to the 24 that other refitted Dreadnoughts have received? You can, and you get retrofitted to a single funnel. Four months for entirely new ship, basically. Nah, not entirely new. But Espana gets upgraded, so that means our capabilities get upgraded. With our capabilities being upgraded, well, that's a whole different story. Things. So next up is the Volcano and the destroyers there. So, Espana Original, goodbye. Espana the Rebuild will begin roughly next turn. We have 191,000 tons available now, so yeah, I'm going to pull Espana in for her rebuild, which will... The rebuild will actually lessen her crew numbers, mostly with the secondary guns and stuff. Once the stream is done, I'm going to be going to do some practice on stuff, because some may know, some most probably not, but April 11th I am performing a gig, my first solo gig. yes, we must prepare, prepare, prepare for... We all know they cannot be trusted in any capacity. Okay, there's only going to be 3 of those cruisers. All for the better if there's actually 3, because then it kind of means that we're less screwed when they eventually get sunk. Well, yeah, they're getting sunk, or we're continuously brave Sir Robin run away with them. Because, like I said, they are purely for convoy raiding, merchant raiding. So we got 4 turns, then the battleships come out, and then so do the Panzer, our version of the Panzerschiffs. I don't know what we'd call them as Spanish. But their sort of general role is similar to that of a Panzerschiff. They're heavy cruiser sized warships that are meant for merchant raiding mostly. And then we got what, the Polaris, wasn't they? Plio. Sorry, not Polara, Plio. Greek. Okay. Okay. Duchies. I hate you, but I also love you. I hate them because they've refused our war, but I love them because they've given me money! But yeah, I want war with you, and I'm getting war with you, and I don't care how. How, when, what, why, whatever. I want Java, at least. I want Java at least, but if I could take, like, I can't pronounce the other 2 sort of places, but, Makassar, where Makassar is on, and, the Moluccas Islands as well. That'd be great. Britain have Borneo, so I'd have to go to war with them for Borneo if I want Borneo, but war with the US Navy. Yeah, I won against them, but that was crazy. But, it would actually be interesting. A war with the... War with the British. That might... That might be an interesting idea. But we're currently allied with the Brits, and so I kind of don't want to... Kind of don't want to break that alliance if I can. Just yet. How long left on the... Palaio and sister ship to Palaio will be done. Well, as in built by July, so... And Espana finishes her rebuild, which... Espana and a single destroyer are not actually Espana's not going to rejoin the main fleet. Espana and one singular destroyer are going to... are going to sort of do a little bit of harass Dutch shipping. Obviously not sinking, but like just give them a hard time. Right. So... I'm going to send you guys into North Oceania off of Hollander. And that is going to be my beginning of the harassment of Dutch warship, commerce, sorry, in that sort of area. It's also during this time that I'm going to send these destroyers and the Volcanos into a rebuild. The Volcanos especially need the rebuild. But I think these destroyers as well will 100% benefit from the rebuild. It's cheaper rebuilding these than it is bloody getting new ones. So yeah, not much of an armament change and stuff like that. It's just more yes, I could upgrade you to the twin mounts. Yeah, swap out the single mounts to twin mounts. Putting a little range, and done. Dun diddy dun 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 dun. Da da dun da 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 dum. Oh yeah, these things are definitely in need of an upgrade. I just hope I can do it and that I don't start seeing red. Oh, and I still had the original Santissima Trinidad design there. That needs to be changed out. Okay, so first off, upgrade. Upgrade. Second off, oh, well, it would be cool by the looks. Now we're sticking with twin sixes. Thank you very much. But then we're also bringing along this a similar setup to what our newer cruisers have in terms of secondary guns as well, because somewhat similar but then also somewhat different setup. You're sort of a more quote-unquote AA focused cruiser. With 2-inch guns instead of 3.1s. Those torpedo sets there, you can't be made a quintuple, but can be made a quad, so you're going to be going to a quad set of torpedoes. You get a new range finding suites and everything. And to fit that all, you are having an entire forward superstructure rework. Okay, the rework is going to be a lot more stuff to it. And it is unfortunate news that we do have to get rid of that forward superimposed set of secondaries, but oh well. Oh well, I can live with it. Essentially what we've done is abomination of a rebuild for the front tower, kind of like was done with the Albany class. That's to like fit all the new equipment on board and everything else. And a 32 knot top speed gets added to the ships as well. And the Volcano class. Yeah, the Volcano. Will now be well, another case of Spanish crazy rebuilds. Yeah, they survived further than the original Dreadnought era. So, next on our list of rebuilds then would be Batavia. Because those guys just got their rebuild, Volcano just got its rebuild, and Trinidad has already been rebuilt. Alright, so 45,000 goes in there. Volcano to lose... can I actually fit them all in? 43,000. Yeah, I can. I can fit all the ships of both types that can be refit right now. All the Volcanos can be refit, that's good. But there's a few of the destroyers that I want to rebuild that are currently out at sea right now. And as such, being out at sea means, well, they're not able to be refit. Oh, loading screen's done. No, we're not investing on a relationship with the French. Cunningham has decided that we were better off not being allied anymore. Okay, it seems like the Russians are going to be a problem. Well, they're going to be a problem. I'm going to need to send up a fleet there. Send up a fleet into the Arctic Ocean to deal with them, because the Arctic is correctly presuming... Nope, the Arctic and the Bering Sea. Well, I'll head up to the Arctic first off. Like, get the tension ball rolling. So, with a lot of the stuff that we had in here out the way, with a lot of those stuff out the way, I'm not in the space to build a new full-on battleship, but we can see what towers are available here first. No. But we can begin work on our next set of capital ships, which are going to be battle cruisers. 14-inch armed battle cruisers. We're going to be 12 14-inch guns. On in 3 quad turrets is the plan. Maybe the big superimpose will work. So 42,000 tons is what I want the design size to be. What's that compared to Philippines? It's, well, the American ones we took. The most recent ones, these are actually smaller than the most recent ones. The most recent ones were 45,000 tons. So think bring you up to on par with that design by tonnage. Okay, and quad guns aren't going to cut it. It's going to be too heavy. Too heavy with quads, but I still want the 14-inch, and as such, and now we're on the enlarged superimposed instead of big superimposed. So we're going 14-inch triple turrets instead. Yeah, triple turrets are way, way lighter. And then do we want entire heavy cruisers on our sides? No, 7.7-inch guns is too much. Those 2-inch ain't gonna really do much for us. So, secondary gun wise, we are going to stick with our 4-inch guns. Or are we? Yeah, stick with the 4-inch. We're going to be staying one of the more consistent nations with our capital ship secondary guns in the end. Why didn't you mirror? Portside lot mirrored, but bow one's mirrored. No, there we go. Now you mirrored. You're both facing the wrong way. Yeah, and have you there, because that works out well for... firing angles. Good turbines on a balanced. 32 and a half. Now matey, try 35. Fun philosophy. If you can't shoot at them, join them. Destroyers, we are going with your heavy torpedo layout for ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra set of torpedoes down there, so look out, because this thing is coming for ya. And not in the head and the gutter way. It's gonna kill you, coming for ya. Standard 35 knots. If need be as well, I could just remove this turret and make it another centerline 4-inch gun. Well, make it a centerline 4-inch, sorry. Not another one, because we haven't gone the centerline 4-inch on this ship. I just sort of come to that realization straight away that we haven't done our usual setup there. I am noticing we're already getting overweight and we haven't even done the armor yet, which is going to be a 14-4 layout. 14-4, 4, 16, 4, 16, 2, 2, like so. Yeah, make you 9 gun like the Bizarro is. Put another 4-inch gun there. And we're not going to have the superimposed 4-inch on the aft section here. Underwater tubes are gone. 3, 2, and 1. 1.5 and 0. Conning tower's already 8-inch, that's my usual conning tower armor. Okay. You're going to be one massive single funnel instead. 14-inch 40s. Okay, so we need to reduce our weight a little more. Both 14s there. And you're going to run a diesel backup system, at least temporarily run a diesel backup system. We can, or no, 34, restore your electrical backup systems to full. Is that 2% enough to bring back X turret as superimposed? No. I'm now thinking, if we're going with less secondaries, higher caliber instead of the lower caliber from the 4-inch. Let's go 5-inch. 5-inch, 14-inch guns as the main calibers. 34 knots, so we are speedy machines. Google Translate. So
Rápido.
this thing is going to be the Rapido. The Rapido class, which means fast, because they're fast. They're fast, they're torpedo focused. They're a little less destroyer deadly than my previous ships, but their 5-inch guns are still nothing to sniff at. And we can lay down 3 of them, still have tonnage left over, which is what I want. So the 3 Rapido class cruisers, battle cruisers, will be a nice addition to the Navy. Nice addition to the Navy. Good little boost to our other stuff as well, I guess. I do somewhat hope we get a bigger battlecruiser hull, a more differentiated one from that later on. Japan's laying down new battle cruisers? That's surprising, actually. It's just given the fact that I think they're still only just south of Kaido from when they've come back. Might actually be an interesting thing for me to try. It's discounted for another 3 days. I've just seen the game Ready or Not is on discount on Steam. I might get that because, to be honest, I want to get into first-person shooter games, like, properly get into them, because I used to play a lot of Call of Duty when I had a PlayStation 3, like Black Ops 2 and stuff, but I haven't actually gone and done anything like that in forever, and so I want to try and get back into it and maybe bring you guys along for me getting back into it. Like, yeah. Like maybe a series of me trying Ready or Not out and stuff. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Might not even be Ready or Not that I do. It might be a different first-person shooter. I may completely forget about stuff and just go completely different again. Like racing, maybe. So many options. Stomovic's on discount as well. It's $10.49. Oh, and there's DLC for games I own that are also on discount right now. Right. Newer battleship stuff, new stereoscopic. The Russians just ignored my insults. Guess a fleet off their ports is insult enough. Okay, so the volcanoes are out, which means now we have both of those battlecruisers are at sea, right? No, Alina is still in Moselle. With the Sepulturas. You're in Moselle, the Sepulturas and stuff. Well, I feasibly could refit you, but I'd have to take your sister off of frontline duty to go and sort it out, so I think I'm going to take the Isla de Luzon class and put a refit for that in. The Isla de Luzon being our being like the experimental, we're getting back into heavy cruisers, let's see if we can do it sort of ship. I better not see red. I don't see red. That's good. Coincidence gets improved. New stuff there. I didn't change that out. Well, now I did. Anti-talk freeze fine for your type. There you go. Geared 2 turbines. Just standard turbines. Yeah, it does bring a lot up. Oil 2 as well. What else really is needed? Done all this, done all that. All that. Nothing really else, I think. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, the Isla de Luzon is refit, and I'm going to end it off here. Hope you enjoyed, hope to see you all again. Sound service going silent.